Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Nash Sportslow here, and welcome back to a brand new video here. As today I'm going to do my 2023 NRL Telstra Premiership, Sydney Roosters versus Parramatta Eels 2023 preview here as well, which the match is going to be played at Allianz Stadium as well. And if you guys are brand new to the channel here as well, please give a like and subscribe here to the channel as well for more loaded content there coming your way as well in the near future. So for that, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this live preview here as always. And yeah, unfortunately, I was gonna get on a special guest. Oh fuck, but I think he's gonna be on another YouTube's channel's video. I think I'm pretty sure you all know what the rugby league uh, uh, breakdown podcast is. It's basically on Nick from Australia's YouTube channel as well, which it was meant to be Hainsey, but yeah, obviously um unfortunately that I forgot in last minute and this and that. So yeah, but I will make up to you guys there for next week there when we verse. I believe we versed the West Tigers. So I'm gonna try to get all to get another uh, guest on the preview there live as well on next Wednesday. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep you guys for the promise as well, and I cannot wait. Even though there's no guests here, I still want to break down, you know, on what's the main key points here going into this match as well against the Sydney Cockheads. All right, so we're gonna go straight into it. I'm just gonna set up here for where we are for the draw. Don't mind me. Just gonna get all these bloody users tabs out of my screen right now. And don't worry, I'm not watching what you think I am. And no, I will not do such a thing like that. It's fucking disgusting. But anyways, move on from that. Just give me a sec. Um, I decided to wear this this 2005 jersey over here. I thought that's is it still is it going? Still going. Can't wait for the matchup this week and best of luck. Yeah, you two to your team there. Also, shout out to Tyrone Clay on SRL. He also supports the team Roosters as well. So shout out to you, mate. And I hope you're going to enjoy the preview as well. I'm just gonna try and get this out here as well, lads. So don't mind me. I'm just trying to get this out. And yeah, okay. So we're gonna go through the team list over here. And yeah, enough bragging about. Let's get into it. Just give me a sec. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the team list here for the Sydney Roosters here and the Premier League here as well for the ins and outs here. So for the Sydney Roosters here, they have Ben Thomas there, Corey Allen there, Eli Elzakim, Junior Porga, Sam Smith, Sua Wong. But the big outs there, for the main headline for this match as well, is Joseph Martin as well, and Tara May, who comes off the bench as well, is also out there as well for the Sydney Roosters there. And for the Premier Eels there, Hastings is still in reserve grade. Jack Murchie is out, so that's kind of a big. Sorry, no. Oh, sorry. He's in my bad. Sorry. My bad. I don't think he's. I think he's on the bench. Yeah, he is. For number 16 there. Arthur Hickey Ogden is still in the reserves. Tony Matai there is also in the reserves. But the biggest out also for us is Junior Barlow there as well, which there will be a prop there which will be quite surprising, will be quite interesting to see on how he's going to get the minutes that he will probably get maybe in the next I think 3 weeks that Junior Barlow is suspended for after the high shot there on who was it on? It was on Zach Hoskin there, I believe. So yeah, that's gonna be a big blow there as well, especially with with his offloads as well, and yeah, the way that he's been making the meters there, he's been making like over 200 running meters as well, which is absolutely just insane. But yeah, this is the team we see as well. So for the fullbacks here as well, it is Tedesco and Gufson as well. Both of them the skippers as well. Just a quick uh, update on Clinton Gufson situation as well, on how the media has been like uh, digging in, saying that we're gonna get a new fullback like Jane Campbell with the rumors that I've seen until when after I saw that rumor um apparently, shout out to the Premier Eels fan page on Instagram. I think he has confirmed, from what I've seen by reports, and this is coming from a coach there, Barafa, that Clint Govson will be a fullback there, but I feel like he's saying that he's going to be a fullback there still for a long term. But yeah, he wants still like a player that is going to be very impactful there, come off the bench, since we did lost Organ Confusi and Maratson Nikora as well. I mean, he tried to use Nathan Brown, but he couldn't retain that great, especially in the grand final, and also Bryce covered as well. So yeah, I can't really blame him. If that's true, then well, I can't really blame him that he's struggling to make the best bench as well, and to recap it on how he has been doing it for the last a couple of seasons, since he was at the time having one of the best bench in the comp itself. So yeah, I feel like getting a player coming from the bench as well, if he's looking for that, uh, is well needed as well, since he barely even plays Makahesi Makatoa there, coming off the bench as well, and obviously for Jack Merchant as well. Also coming off the bench there for number 16 as well, and for Brandon Hans as well. I feel like he's gonna be I feel like he's gonna be two of the impactful players there with Mafidori as well. But yeah, um, I'm just gonna show you the team list over here. I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna name it all out, since you can see it on the screen as well. Let's see in the live chat if there's anyone there. So we're eight minutes in there, still no one there in the live chat. Well, that's fine. So the only change that we're going to have in the score as well is Warren you Greg. Sorry if I pronounce your first name wrong there, buddy. Yeah, but I don't know if it's w- will William or William Greg. Either way, it's quite a twister, I may say, for the man himself. But yeah, yeah. Nevertheless, it's gonna be pretty interesting on how he's gonna come up against the props here, like Jared Rory Hargraves here. To the cheese, and to Lindsay Collins as well. And yeah, we're facing up we're facing up against side that is also using the same rotation formula that we're trying to do at the moment, which it's going to be pretty interesting on how these two use that rotation there, as Jake Turpin is coming off as a utility, and as uh, I remind you guys, the hand is still in the same place that they was on the bench there when he debuted for us last week there in the Golden Points. Big statement there from Mitch Moses as well, himself, the Lord and Savior. So yeah. So for the key matches here, I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like, well, I've heard that the Sam Walker is gonna have his milestone game as well. Mitch Moses, who has played one game of Origin as well, and Sam Walker there, maybe potentially eyeing for a Queensland starting position in the near future. I feel like that this is going to be the biggest matchup here as well. Sam Walker and Mitch Moses as well. After Moses makes a big statement there against the Penrith Panthers there from last week there in Golden Point as well. After Nave Cleary there kicked a 2 point field goal there. I believe it was like outside of the 40, I believe. So yeah, the fact that he came back from the response really does touch a nerve, and well, is that can put some pressure on Sam Walker. Well, after the whole situation and the mess with Mitch Moses contract saga there. Um, I don't necessarily think it is, since Sam Walker, he still has a talent in himself, and I did say for the season, if he really does want um to really step up the season, yeah, I feel like he really needs to work with Lou Kiri as well, and it's gonna be pretty interesting on how these half pairings there are going to work together. I know that Dylan Brown, he has put on some weight during the preseason there, but he wasn't that shabby there against the Panthers there. Sure, he made about like a couple of ship passes there to absolutely just to nobody there, and nearly ended off there into touch as well. So I'm just hoping that he really is going to be very fit for this game as well, and yeah, I hope he's going to continuing improving and get back into the groove of things. Yeah, um, yeah, for the fullback as well, you got Victor Elliott also playing his 100 game. I heard, so congrats to him. But he is coming against Jermaine Hobgood as well. He, yeah, Hobgood. He was a bit off there. I reckon there against his old club, and coming against a much more aggressive and also ball skilled locked as well. They both have some similar skill as well, but I feel like the Victor Rally has the great speed than what Jermaine Hoggood does. But you know, Victor Rally, he can be pretty strong there in defense as well, especially Hoggood as well. So it's going to be very interesting on how these two uh, played by the similarities there as well. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting as well. And Ryan Matz in there also playing against his old club as well, returning uh, Alliance as well against with the Butcher Brothers as well, with Bryce Carr right there as well, and yeah, Hodgson and Brandon Smith as well, the two experienced hawkers as well, and Ring Gillard there, in there as well. I just feel like our fullback there is still going to be quite competitive as well, but with the back line there, it's still the same one with Warner Blake and and Bailey Simonson. Oh boy, here we go again. The same old shits. And yeah, I don't know what to really say about this, but well, with Jackson Paulo, man, I thought he was very impressive there against the Southern Rabbitohs as well, scoring against his old club there twice, and yeah, it's going to be very worrying on how Drew Hutchison is going to go there as well in the census there, but I feel like he's a much better player there in the 5'8" role as well. But he can do the job as well in the census as well. So we will see on how that's going to play out there as well, since Manu is out there as well. So I feel like that's going to be a little much more easier there for one of Blake there in defense. But take it as a granted of salt, and I don't want to underestimate on Drew Hardison on how he can still, do as a sense there as well. Since he does play as a 5'8" there as well. So yeah, with us with Wally there confirming that he will playing to Union there for next year. And sorry, no, till the end of 2024. It seems, yeah, it seems like he has a pretty good scoring record there against a club there quite recently. Quite recently there in the past two meetings as well. Yeah, he's definitely he's gonna come against Warren Blake as well and Bailey Thompson as well. I just realized that I read the wrong side, so that's my bad. Yeah, I don't know how Warren Blake is gonna go there in defense there against Saw Lee and Bailey Thompson there. Oh my god, mate, good luck on catching on the high balls there against Daniel Tupper there as well. Since man to man, I reckon that's gonna be an absolute shocker there as well. And yeah, all I gotta say is we need to pray. But with Mike Seaver there as well and Will Pensy there, I reckon that they're going to outread and out strength and out Smartin, Drew Hardison and Jackson Pollard as well. So yeah, um, but on the right side, man, that's gonna be a very warring one to look at. To look at. So, Warner Blake and Simonson, I hope you're up for this because if we're keeping them in own tenders as well and force them to go short there, if they're able to catch there from the short force goal line drop out there as well, I just feel like that. Yeah, I just feel like we can't let them break through there on on the left as well. So if we do that, then yeah, sorry, no. If we let them break on the right, then I reckon it's gonna look pretty ugly here as well as our current history here. Uh, at Allianz Stadium, I know that it's a new Allianz, but in the old one, oh boy, our record is absolutely just shithouse as well. I mean, I know that in the past, in this in two in recent meetings as well, we have won two matches as well, and we have won by 40 matches there against the Roosters, which they have won 24 matches there since 1998, and we have defeated them by 26 points to 16, and 3 more points to 24, which I'm pretty sure this brings back some flashbacks there as well when I did my senior Roosters my Sydney Roosters versus Parramatta Eels Magic Round reviewed as well uh, from last year when I wore the jersey and I got on for a little rant as well and yeah that was quite a painful one to look at, and yeah, I hope to never ever experience something like that ever again. And also in Magic Round as well. So yeah, but other than that, I reckon they're in the old Allianz Stadium has been absolutely just dog shit. And if we're gonna look at the points scored, we have scored more than the Sydney Roosters there, since they have been struggling there with the cheese there to get the four pack there as well on and going. And yeah, their disciplines and the complete sets there, in the first two rounds were terrible, but points conceded there. We have obviously conceded 96, but the Roosters have also conceded the same amount of points, the same way as what they have scored points. So that's pretty interesting to see. Both of them are even there for the completion rates, but for the tackle efficiency there, the Roosters, by no surprise, by 89.5 percent there by tackle efficiency there as well. And for us, there we are about like 87.3% for our tackle efficiency there as well. So yeah, for average points scored, we have scored 21. They've scored 19, and for the average points conceded there, it's the same one there as well for the Sydney Roosters as well. By no surprise. And there you go. The wins in this venue. Yeah, win in this venue. There you go. And yeah, that's pretty much it there as well for the stats here as well for the little head as well. Um, yeah, I just feel like for a main key for this match, I feel like we need to hope the Brent Hands there, also coming up from the bench as well, gets a great rotation as well into Josh Hodgson as well, and I'm just hoping that he's going to recap from what he has done there from last week as well. I'm just going to put on the light as well, since it's starting to get a bit dark as well. Here you go. Okay. If I'm back on there with Simonson and Warren Blake there do defend quite well as well. I just feel like that's we're gonna be good in this game. And who knows? By surprise, we could shockingly and out of the blue can put 30 plus on these guys, because I you look at this, man. You got Madison there, you got Bryce covered there as well, and with the impactful players there, if we can hold them on there, and can put up for a couple a force going a force goal line dropouts as well inside the own 10 as well, and make sure they don't break out of the own half there with Tupo and and Swali there as well. I reckon that we're gonna get some great field position as well, and I feel like we really need to get Regan Kemba Gilla there more involved as well for the post contact meters there that he does bring there in the middle as well. So if we can use them there in the middle as well, I reckon that the Sydney Roosters defense as well is going to be fatigued as well, and I reckon the cheese is going to be much more exhausted as well. But for Turpin, yeah, who knows, man. I just feel like that um for for the fullback there, man, it's going to be very interesting on how they're going to use the impactful players as well. Coming off from the bench, but they are using Corey Allen there on the bench as well. I think he's going to replace Drew Hutchison there, I believe, or he might be replacing maybe Jackson Pollard there. We will have to wait and see. Fletcher back there as well. So I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that our bench here is just a little bit stronger, but it's not like completely like a stronger than the Sydney Roosters here as well. But yeah, I do feel like that with Maffadori there, with the offloads as well, giving and keeping the ball alive for our four pack as well, especially for us centers as well. I will bring Hans as well, and Jack Merch as well, which I feel like he could maybe have a pretty good game here as well. With Mitch Moses as well, with uh, the flat balls there towards him as well. He has done it there to Bryce Curry there. Okay, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. And he has done it there in the past as well. For Bryce Carr right there as well. I'm just gonna see if we're still on there as well. Tipping Eels. Ah, nice. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So you're tipping for the upset there. Wow. I'm kind of surprised, but yeah, with James Tedesco there as well. We all know on how good he can be there. Running through our edges as well, and if he's away there on uh, right, then in the first half, then it's going to be a long night for a team as well. And yeah, that's my man to shut down because yeah, he can do absolute just wonders as well. And yeah, but Gustafson, he really needs uh, to find to help out on one of like as well to get out maybe the one pass there to base Simonson as well and to get that distraction there as well. Who knows? Maybe one of Blake there can possibly learn a thing or two. Maybe from Herbie Farm with there as well on his performance against the Dolphins as well when he did his dummy there as well and draw the one on pass there to Jesse Arthurs as well, and he's got a try as well off from a smart and sneaky dummy there from Herb if I'm with as well from the pass uh, itself. And if Warner Blake can somehow try to find the same attitude there on how Farmworth does and does not hog the ball all the time as well and miss times his pass there. And sorry, and if he doesn't miss time his pass there to Bailey Simonson, then I reckon yeah we're gonna play so simple and fantastic and smart footy there. Not only from our four pack there with the impact there coming from the bench, but also from the king himself there, Clinton Gufferson as well, with the harvest pairings. If Moses can stand the same performance as what he did there against the Panthers there from last week there as well. So yeah, we're gonna see on how that's going to play out there, and it's gonna be a pretty tough game as well. By the Roosters backline as well. Are wise with as I said there as well. The three main players there, and enough of that. We're gonna go straight into the tips, and we're gonna wrap things up here as well. So for my first try score here as well, I'm actually going to change it here. I'm actually going to say it's going to be Daniel Tupper there as well. I know that that I want us to get a great start, but man, oh man, with Sam Walker there, and Luke Curry there with the crossfield kicks there, to Dan Tupa there as well, to contest for the high ball there, for Bailey Simonson as well. It's gonna be a real challenge there for Simonson for himself as well. So, we're gonna see on how that's going to play out, which I feel like it's not going to be pretty. And yeah, at this point, I have to pray. So yeah, at halftime, I reckon the halftime score though is gonna be I'm gonna say it's gonna be 14. Wait, did I say 40 points to 12? Yeah, I did. I think. Yeah, I said. I think I said. Um, Hang on. So what did I say? At halftime. Yeah, I said 14 points. Um, no, I said 8 points to six in my tipping video there as well. My apologies there. And I'm gonna go with man of the match as well. With Mitchell Moses there, I reckon he's going to stand out as well. At his best as well. You know, with the flat balls there to Jack Merchant as well. Continuing on to put on the pressure there on the St. Roosters as well, and to get himself possibly a try assist as well. Maybe to do backs for himself as well. And if if that happens, then it's basically going to be the Moses and Dillbags and the King Guffo show there at Allianz Stadium there as well. So we will have to wait and see. And yeah, for my anytime try scorer there is going to be Micah Sivo Sivo Sivo. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the most running meters there. For Regan Gillard there. I reckon he's gonna run over 150 running meters there as well. And I'm gonna go with the full time score here as well, just to end it off as well. I'm gonna go with us to go win this by scoring game. I reckon this is going to be an absolute cracking end his well, and I reckon we're going to hold on his well and to avoid the scare there from the Roosters' edges as well, and possibly maybe for Turpin there, if they get on to uh, hour 20 there as well. So we will have to wait and see. And yeah, for Sam Walker and Victor Rally there for the milestones there as well for tomorrow. It is gonna be they're gonna put it up there for so much that um yeah, if we don't turn up, um I reckon that the Roosters are going to roll over us, and but I'm still going to tip us there. By belief by 80 points to 12. So, yep, that's going to be it there. Former 2023 NRL Telstra Premiership, round 5, Sydney Roosters there versus Parramatta Eels as well. Playing that the Stadium as well. Yes, the new one there as well. And ladies and gentlemen as well, if you guys are brand new to the channel as well, please give a like and subscribe here to the channel as well for more loaded content there coming in the new future there as well. And yeah, this has been National Sports Lawyer here. Take care. I haven't have a safe night, and I promise you for next week that I'm gonna bring on a guest as well for the Easter Monday clash as well against the West Tigers. And yeah, but but for now, take care and peace and go Para. See you later.